I'm sure if you're watching this video, you've probably already seen Derek's awesome review of the NES version of Rescue Rangers and its sequel. If you haven't, then you should probably go watch it now. Go ahead, I'll wait. Okay, now that we're all on the same page, I want to talk about another game based on the Rescue Rangers series, which came out around the same time as the NES game, but wasn't quite as popular. The game in question is Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers: The Adventures in Nimnul's Castle for DOS-based PCs. Nimnul's Castle is made by a company called High Tech Expressions, and if you want to play a shitty game, then they're pretty much your go-to company. Their two biggest crapfests were probably Mega Man on the PC and Barbie on the NES. Nimnul's Castle never gets close to these two games in terms of sheer suck factor, but it's not something that's going to keep you entertained for very long either. The game's plot is pretty simple. Monterey Jack has gotten himself caught in a mousetrap inside Professor Nimnul's castle, and it's your job to rescue him. You, of course, play as Chip and Dale, while Zipper and Gadget hang out in the Ranger plane. Well, actually that's only half true. Chip and Dale are both on screen, but you basically only control Chip. Dale either follows you or is AI controlled the entire time. The game is broken into 9 levels, and those 9 levels are broken into 3 different types of gameplay. For the first 3 levels, all you do is walk from the left side of the screen to the right side of the screen without getting eaten by the dog or getting slimed. The dog can only get you when you're on the top level, and the slime can only get you when you're inside the holes, so it's pretty easy to navigate your way through this part. The next set of 3 levels puts Chip up on a stair and Dale down on the floor. You move Chip around and collect the bolts that are lined up on the stair while avoiding the flames dropping down on you from the candles above. Once you have a bolt in your hand, you press down until Dale runs under you and the bolt is automatically handed off to him. Clear all the bolts and you finish the level. Do that 3 times and it's on to the next type of gameplay. The third part of the game is very similar to the second. You control Chip, and again you have to drop the bolts down to Dale. Really, the only change here is that instead of dodging the fire, you have to dodge the hands of the cat static lightning generator, which you may remember from the show, or as an early boss in the NES Rescue Rangers game. The hands on the machine are pretty much the hardest thing to dodge in the game since they seem to be fairly random, but if you can get past 3 levels of this, you've beaten the game. I'd say this game is probably a grand total of 15 minutes long. The gameplay is decent, I guess, but the first 6 levels are very easy, and they're really just repetitions of the same 2 levels over and over again. The last 3 are harder, but it'll probably only take you a few tries to beat the whole game. So basically, what is there is not all that fun, and there's not that much of it to boot. I'd say skip this one and play the NES game. You'll be glad you did. I'll see you next time on
Game Quickie.